You think like content creators in the space, like the Bonnie Blues.
Yes.
She
is definitely
with 1,000 men a night. I'm getting pregnant. That hurts to.
Yeah. She's definitely detrimental and disgusting for our industry. I know a lot of people in the industry do not like her. She is just going after it for shock value. And I don't have any real respect for Bonnie Blue.
There we go.
And to fake a pregnancy like that, that is just over.
If she did have sex with 1,000 guys, so I am kind of wondering. Oh, she might be on birth control. Duh.
Yeah,
I'm wondering how she did it.
I don't even know how. Listen, how did she physically do it?
Yeah,
we were trying. Actually, a couple of us porn girls, we were at AVN and she was there, and we were trying to think. And it was right after she did the big 1,000 people or whatever. And we were trying to figure out literally how many seconds it went in.
I was going to say maybe she did one pump each.
Yeah, I think so.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and this is like the pot calling the kettle black. This is the weirdest shit on the planet, because how the fuck are porn stars mad that a porn star did a gangbang? Like, essentially that's what she did. Bonnie Blue slept with 1,000 dudes, and this woman's talking about she's doing it strictly for shock value. I'm trying to figure out, other than shock value and money, what the fuck else do they do porn for? It's not like they're printing Bibles and teaching the word of Jehovah. They're most porn is shock value, right? Whether it's the bukakis or blow bangs or multiple orgies or DAPs or what else the fuck they got, DPs or VAPs. If you watch adult content, you know what those acronyms stand for. I'm not really gonna elaborate on that too much, because then the video won't get monetized, but that's what they do it for, right? I think in America what we're short of is seeing more midget corn or bestiality, but I think bestiality is illegal, so won't be seeing that shit no time soon, and as you shouldn't. I don't, who the fuck wants to watch that type of filth? I know it's gonna be some of you degenerates out there that say, oh, I wouldn't mind watching it. Yeah, and that type of shit needs to continue to be illegal, and you can buy that shit in Germany. But for the most part, all corn is actually shock value. I mean, hell, if you just want to be simplistic, they got anal. Now that's not some everyday normal shit, and they doing the shit with Lexington steel or any other dread. Niggas with, you know what I'm saying, joints that's 15 inches long. I mean, if that's not shock value, I don't know what is. So the fact that she's actually saying that Bonnie Blue's doing that just for shock value, yeah, she sounds like an old bitter hater. And that's Maitland Ward, which I never understood her weird ass name. She used to be on, what was that TV show, Boy Meets World, and I guess she got tired of being in Hollywood, so she started to do corn, to which all her co-stars think it's plenty fucking weird, as it should be considered. What the fuck are you? She did a clear 180 from doing sitcom television to what she does now. Now, I can only guesstimate that she's hating because Bonnie Blue's younger, which I've seen some of Bonnie Blue's content. She does regular corn too, not just, you know what I'm saying, bang offs, and they're plenty trash. As it pertains to Maitland Ward talking about that, criticizing her 1,000 guys in one night, that's not nothing new. That's not a new feat. If I'm not mistaken, Lisa Sparks is an American corn star And I think before she left the industry, one of her works was what did she do? She did like 911 dudes. I feel like if you do like that much, like you need counseling and shit after. If you do 911, like you need some type of counseling after that type of shit, right? Some psychological or psychiatric help. But nonetheless, like she pulled it off. And I think what Bonnie Blue has done 1,000, so she's like what 89 more, like big whoop-de-doo. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that it should be, but like I said, this woman's an old hater, and she's probably kind of pissed that Bonnie Blue came up with the ideal and pulled it off, and she's younger and she's probably getting more money. Who knows, right? At this point, it's just some old bitch, bitter bitch hating on the young hot bitch. And like I said, Bonnie Blue's, like, to me, like, her content is kind of trash. It's not like, I watched one. It was like a DP video. It wasn't in the right home about. I watched it. Couldn't yak off to it. Don't get me wrong, it was hot. It just I don't know. She's, to me, I feel like she's missing something. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, or my dick. I don't know exactly what it was, but she was missing something. It looked like it was a high production value, or a high production, right? They had the lights, the makeup, everything looked like it was, you know what I'm saying? Like it was, you know what I'm saying? It was on a level. It was missing something. I don't know. Maybe it was I think for me, she just ain't got a big ass, so I wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I watched that bullshit for probably 6 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Then I went to some other, you know what I'm saying, something a little bit more entertaining. Yeah, it was trash. But she's getting money. She's a young hot bitch, and this just strikes me as like an old bitter chick hating for no other reason, just like hate. That's what they do. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Maitland Ward is like 48, 49. So I mean, it happens, right? Motherfuckers, they get to their the end of the road, you know what I'm saying? They get to middle age and they just start seeing up and coming chicks doing a thing, and they be hating. I don't know what it is. I think that's just a woman thing, because the older I get, like I've never been jealous of some young dude. Somebody asked me if I could go back to being in my 20s, would I? And honestly speaking, now that I'm 43, if I could go back to being in my 20s, I wouldn't. And the reason is because the shit that I've accomplished, like I've written 2 books, I got 5 more I need to be working on. You know what I'm saying? I do film. I got a podcast while it's just now growing, and I started the YouTube channel probably year 7. So I was doing it for like the first 4 years or first 6 or 7 years or so. I wasn't like I didn't have a YouTube channel. I started YouTube channel late, but I was doing the Spotify podcast and recording audio versions, which I think they're in the description box, or at the very least they're somewhere in my bio at the beginning of this, or on my YouTube channel page. You can find it. Yeah, I just you know what I'm saying, got a late start on that. But if I could go back to being in my 20s, I wouldn't. I was locked up a few times, a bunch of heartbreaks. What else? My money wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? I called myself trying to pimp strippers. It was a big shit show. Now that I'm in my 40s, I got my mind right. You know what I'm saying? I've accomplished a few things. So me personally, I wouldn't go back to being in my 20s or even my 30s. I like the person I've become. And if you take care of yourself, you don't have to worry about aging dramatically in your 40s. I don't even know why people seem to think that 40 anything is old. I think it's usually because motherfuckers are used to looking at their old ass uncle or their old dad or some motherfucker in their friend or family circle that's in their 40s, and they let themselves go, right? They get a bald spots, niggas stop working out, don't shave and shit. So they in their mind they think that 40 is old, but 40 is hardly old. I wouldn't even say, me personally, now that I am 43, old is actually 65. If you can't get no fucking benefits, no AARP, no fucking free meal at or discounted meal at Waffle House or Denny's, it ain't old. So I don't know, maybe it's different for women, especially white women, because they hit the wall at 31. So she's having to invest a lot more in liposuction and breast augmentation and BBLs and plastic surgery. So you know what I'm saying, maybe that's what's bugging her, and she got a bug in her ass because of that. But me personally, I think that's just what it is. I think it's just motherfuckers are old and bitter and they hating on the young chick because none of that shit she said made sense. Yes, what Bonnie Blue is doing is for shock value, but last time I checked, all corn is shock value. Like I said earlier, there's nothing that she did 1,000 dudes. Lisa Sparks did 911. What are we talking about here? In any event, if y'all like this episode, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.
No.